What is up, guys? It is Sydney, and this is a bit of a new format for me. For those of you that don't know, I used to be on YouTube, and so this is a little bit different. I have to be very, very descriptive since y'all can't really see me. Definitely going to be new. But anyways, so this is our podcast, and by we, I mean Luke and I. Luke,
Yep, I am here. I am happy to be here. It is been a dream of mine to have a podcast, even though it's technically not mine, it's Sydney's. But I'm very happy to be a part of this.
it's our podcast. It's called GamechangeHerz. So for those
Fair.
of you that know baseball, there was to take score, there's an app called Game Changer. And so we were like, oh, that sounds like a great idea. And when we were younger, we had a boat called His and Hers, and it was hers like our last name. So this podcast, it's Game Change and then Hers, our last name. So, save your laughs for the end. It's very, very punny, if you will. But yeah, so this podcast, just a little bit of an intro, I guess, is going to be sports related. Worst comes to worst, we're going to resort to baseball since Luke and I both know baseball pretty well. But basically, it's going to be what's going on in the world, the sports that are right now, March Madness is the big thing, and the Masters is coming up in a few weeks, and baseball season just started. So we are going to keep you all updated with what's going on and everything like that. But Luke, so where are we finding you right now?
So I am currently in my dorm room, on campus at Washington College, which is located in Chestertown, Maryland. Um, I am on the baseball team here, which is probably the best thing I could have possibly done. Great time, great experience. We actually were supposed to have a game today, but that got canceled, so we're not playing
It's been
tomorrow.
rainy all week.
It hasn't stopped raining for 3.5 days. We got 5 inches of rain in 3 days, something like that.
That's a
Um,
lot. Yeah, it's sunny and like
so
65 here,
yeah,
so
we will. This is where I will be for every podcast we do. So hopefully, you enjoy the background, I guess.
yeah, you have so much of a background. My background is much more exciting than Luke's. Luke's is a plain wall with about, I don't know, an eighth of of a flag showing. Mine has a lot of pictures, a lot of South Carolina gear. So if you thought Luke and I were similar in any way, think again, because he goes to a school that is not even 1,000 students, and I go to University of South Carolina and it has about 25 to 30,000 people. So very different. The only thing that we're similar in is, I mean, we both love baseball. I'm a sport management major here, and I hope to work in baseball one day. In the field, I'm not quite sure what sector of baseball, but I just love it. And that's what we hope to kind of showcase on this podcast. And we're going to have some special guests every single week, which will be really exciting. And Luke's going to be like the permanent guest. He's just going to be there spitting out stats. I'm here as the personality, and Luke's there as like the human computer,
Apparently, I don't have a
So
personality, but that's okay.
he has a personality. Don't let him do that. He's a good one. You sound a little stuffy though. Is that
A little bit, just a wee bit, just a wee bit. It's being outside and having to pull the tarp 3 different times this week in rain and walking to class in rain and not being able to see the sun. I think half the team is now congested at some point or
yeah,
has something going on, but I'm loaded up on some meds, so
that's good.
we'll make it through.
I guess a little background. So Luke and I started YouTube when we were both about 11, and we're 20 now. And I used to be a gymnast. So I was a gymnast for about 13 years. And we showcased gymnastics, baseball, singing, and twin challenges, which is very similar to like this banter that Luke and I have going on, but challenges, which mostly I won. So, and don't let Luke tell you any different. I might mute his mic. Um, but but yeah, so we started YouTube, and we kind of drifted off a little bit as we came to college, and I think we're picking it back up, just different formatting now, and more towards the careers that we want to have and what we're interested in right now with it, which is baseball and sports. And I think this is going to be really cool just for either people that have been following us for years or people that are new, which is going to be awesome. I've met a lot of cool people here at University of South Carolina. I worked for the baseball team, Gamecock baseball team last year as a student manager, and now I work with a high school and post high school graduate baseball academy where they're just striving to achieve their dreams, whether that's being drafted, whether that's going to their dream school, D1, D2, D3, JUCO, whatever it may be. And it's awesome. I absolutely love it. I do social media for them, and watching them succeed is my favorite part. So, yeah, that's what's going on here. Luke, do you remember our last video that we did?
Was it me getting a tattoo?
It was. This is true. Yes. We
Yeah.
did. Luke has 3
That was
tattoos.
like 3 years ago. Yeah, I have 3 now. That was my first
Yeah.
tattoo. That was the Caleb for Caleb.
Yes.
That was a while ago. I was still
It's a while ago.
was I a senior in high school? That was the fall of senior year.
Yeah. Long time ago. The last video I filmed was kind of a life update, so similar to this, but you could see me. And that was the last video we filmed. And so all of these are going to go on YouTube for those that want to see it, but otherwise you just get to hear our lovely voices and Luke's stuffy nose and everything. Even though he got his
Thanks.
nose, fixed, he still snorts a bit.
What?
Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
yeah. So this is going to be so much fun. It's going to come out every week. Hopefully on Thursdays, we shall see. But we're going to have a really special guest from all different sports, all different sectors of the sports industry every week. And we can't wait to take you guys along with us. So we will see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you later.